What's going on, everybody? Gamerboy for Life here, and today we're going to be continuing on with our hack client that we are making, the Paradox client. So we're just going to be continuing on. From what I remember, so I actually had an issue. I accidentally deleted the client, so I actually just rewatched my videos to see where I got up to, and I think I got back to everything. Like, we just did Auto Sprint, Kill Aurora, and Fastbow. So in this video, we're going to be adding like 6 more movement modules. So let's just jump right into it. So let's create a new class in our movement package. Let's do AutoWalk. That's a simple one. Just get it out of the way. So this is going to extends module. Let's import it and add the constructor. Alrighty. I'm not going to be testing out all these modules in this video because I'm going to wait till we build like a command base or a GUI so we can activate them manually. But let's just add it in so we have it for when we do that. So we're going to name the mod AutoWalk. And we're going to set the keybind to 0 so there won't be a keybind for it, and the category will be movement. Now, let's just do it real quick. So we're going to add override public void on update. If this is toggled. So like when it gets enabled, we're going to do mc.gameSettings.keybindForward.pressed equals true. And basically we're just going to copy this code down below. So at override public void on disable, because we got to add a disable function into it or else it will not work properly. So mc.gameSettings.keybindForward.pressed equals false, and then we're going to super on disable. Bam. AutoWalk is done, so let's just add it in here. I like doing these all in alphabetical order, so when we do enable the the menu, it will have them all in alphabetical order, and it just looks really nice. So now we enabled AutoWalk. Let's see. Next, this is a fun one. Let's just add Dolphin. This is a cool mod. Yeah, just as proof, I am using my other client. So I'm going to be using all of these modules right here. So Dolphin. This is another really simple one. So it's just going to extend module, import, add constructor, and we're going to name it Dolphin. Basically what this does, it makes you bob in and out of the water like a dolphin. It's pretty cool. Dolphin. This isn't a important mod, just like AutoWalk, so we're gonna just not put a keybind. Category.movement. And we're gonna do at override public void on update. Oops. If this dot is toggled. So if we enable it, I'm not going to keep saying that because I bet you guys understand at this point. And now we're going to set the requirements. So it's going to be if mc.theplayer.is in water. So if we're in water while this module is activated, it's going to automatically adjust our Y motion by 0.04. If you do any more than that, it like spazzes out and goes crazy. It's pretty funny, but it's not like, yeah, you'll get auto. I don't think I actually disclaimed. Use these mods at your own risk on other servers, because you might, like, some of the mods that I'm going to be showing you guys will get you automatically banned on most servers. So if there's no anti-cheat, go for it. Just don't do what I did and start flying in front of an admin. They don't like it. So we're gonna go ahead and make flight, because I actually think someone requested this module. This is a simple module. I think this code I did get from another YouTuber, just because like the basic flight function gets you automatically banned on 99% of servers. So this one just like sneaks around a little bit. Like, you'll still get banned, but you're less likely to, if that makes sense. And we're actually going to set a keybind for this, and I'm just going to put it as F, F for flight. And we're going to put the category to movement. Now, we're going to do we're gonna put the public void on disable first off for this module. We're gonna do mc.theplayer.capabilities.is flying equals false super.on disable. Now we get to actually make the function. So public void on update. If this is toggled, we're gonna do mc.theplayer.capabilities.is flying, and we're gonna set that to true. So normally that will work right there, but it's just like it's hard to explain like how it technically bypasses. So let me write out all the code and I'll explain what all of it does right after. So first we're gonna come up here and do a public static float, and we're gonna name this fly hack speed. So this is gonna be the speed of which we're moving, and we're gonna set it to 0.1f. This just sets the speed of the flight. 0.1 sounds slow, but I will show you like when we get into it that it is not as slow as you think. So we're actually going to come back down here to our onUpdate function. We're going to do if mc.gameSettings.keyBindJump.is pressed. So if we press the jump button while flying, it's going to mc.theplayer.motionY. It's going to increase our y coordinate by 0.2f. And now we're going to go down and do if mc.gameSettings.keyBindSneak. So by default that will be shift. So when you're flying and you press sneak, it's going to mc.theplayer.motionY. It's going to subtract 0.2f from your y coordinates. Now we're just gonna do one more, and this is gonna be if mc.gameSettings.keyBindForward is pressed. We're going to do mc.theplayer.capabilities.set the fly speed to fly hack speed. That's what we just made up there. And now we're going to go down and do super.on disable. This one's done. And I'm actually going to add this in real quick, and we're going to load up Minecraft so I can show you this mod in play. Just to show you guys it's not going to be as slow as you think it is. And just to show you that I'm not messing with you guys, let's disable it. We're going to do /game-mode-0 to go into survival, and you can still fly. I am going to warn you, if you deactivate flight, fall, and reactivate it. Oh, wait, actually, I forgot yep, it does. Alright, so I didn't even hit the ground and it still killed me. So you'll still take the damage. Let's say we go really high up, fall really far down, and activate. Actually, oh, it's not doing it. Okay, so it is a little glitchy. But yeah, if you fall, you're gonna die. Alright, so what are we gonna do about that? We can actually do NoFall next. So what this will do is stop you from taking fall damage whenever you fall. So we're gonna do a new class named NoFall. And that's going to extend. You guys know the drill. It's going to extends module. Import. I accidentally deleted that curly bracket. So let's add the constructor and delete all of this stuff. I actually will set a keybind for this so you guys can see that I am not lying to you. We're going to name it NoFall. We're going to set the keybind to keyboard.key_n, for NoFall. And category is going to be movement. Now we're going to go down and do public void on update. So then if this mod is toggled, we're going to do also set, we gotta do, you guys, my English is horrible and I'm texting. Alright, so we actually got to set a parameter. So if mc.theplayer.fall distance, so we're going to say if we fall greater than, let's say, 2 blocks, it's going to activate this packet, which is going to allow us to not take fall damage. So we're going to do mc.theplayer.sendQ.add to send queue a new C03 packet player, parentheses true. And now we got to import the packet player. And we're going to go down one curly brace and do super.on update. And bam, NoFall is done. So let's add that in. So new mod, new NoFall. And as you guys can see, every time I add it, I don't have to re-import all my mods, because if we go up to our imports, I put a star after movement, so anything that's in our movement folder is going to automatically get imported. So now that NoFall is done, let's do glide. That's a fun one. Glide. This is going to extends module. And we're going to add the constructor. Come on. Alright. So now we're going to name it glide. I am not going to set a keybind for this because I never use this mod. Remember, every time I don't set a keybind, you guys can set a keybind, because that's what this is meant for. It's just to like show you guys how to make it your own way. So this is a bit of a longer one. We're going to do public void on update. I keep doing that. And if it is or actually before we do that, we're going to double old y, and that's going to equal the current player position of y. So motion y. And we're also going to float old j. What this is going to equal is mc.theplayer.jump movement factor. So it's going to factor in the jump movement of our player. And now we're going to do if this dot is toggled, and if mc.theplayer.motion y is less than 0.0d, exit that parenthesis, and new parenthesis, mc.theplayer.is airborne, close parenthesis, and new parenthesis. We're going to put an exclamation point, so it says if it's not, basically. So mc.theplayer.is in water, because we don't want it to start gliding while we're in water. That wouldn't be really good. Yep. Alright, so now we're gonna do last one, if the player is not on a ladder, just to make the execution of the glide more smooth. So if all these are met, actually I lied, we gotta do one more. If mc.theplayer.is inside of material.lava, because we don't want to be gliding while we're inside lava now, do we? What? Did it register it? Yep. Alright. Now we're going to go down and do mc.theplayer.motion y is going to equal negative 0.125d. And mc.theplayer.jump movement factor is going to multiply by 1.12337f. I've messed around with these numbers. You can mess around with these numbers, and like, I think you can just debug it. So if you press the debug button, load into your Minecraft world, and you can mess around with these numbers to however you like to see like how it does affect. So we're going to go down a couple of these and do else mc.theplayer.motion y is going to just equal the old y we set, and mc.theplayer.jump movement factor equals old j. And that is the glide module done. So actually, where does this fall into place? Right here. New mod, new glide. And once I am, I actually might just create a get page, however you want to say it. I get yelled at all the time for not saying it right. I might make a page for it so you guys could just like look at the source code on the internet and copy it from there, because trying to follow along in the video can be kind of complicated. Let me check my recording, see where we're at. We're at 15 minutes. We're how many more of these is there? Yeah, I think we got time to do. Yeah, I'll just make this an extra long video. So we're gonna make another mod. This one's gonna be called Jetpack. So override public void on update. If it is toggled, this is a really simple one. And if mc.gameSettings .gameSettings .keybind jump .pressed. So if we press the jump button, it's going to mc.theplayer.jump. Because that's all the Jetpack mod is. It's just your player endlessly jumping while it's in the air. It's actually really funny to watch. I love it. So we're going to do new mod, new Jetpack. Alright. And now that we have that, let's do the Parkour mod. I'm actually going to demonstrate this one so you guys can understand what it does. This is probably... Let's say you're on a Minecraft server and there's this really difficult parkour course, and like, let's say you have a 4-block jump and you're not able to make that jump because you are jumping too early. This mod will help. What we're going to set this mod to do is, so as soon as your character reaches the edge of any given block, it's going to jump automatically once it hits the edge of the barrier. And it might sound complicated, so I'm going to demonstrate this mod for you guys. I did set a keybind because I will be demonstrating this in this video. So public void on update. If it is toggled. If mc.theplayer.is on ground. Or, sorry, dot on ground. And if the character is not sneaking. So if you're sneaking, this module won't activate. Which is good, because you don't want to be sneaking on the edge of a block, automatically jump and fall off the freaking block. That wouldn't be very helpful now, would it? And if this .mc.gameSettings.keybind sneak .pressed and we're actually going to go down to the next line and just continue on from here. This .mc.theworld.get colliding bounding box. Right here, we're going to type an entity, parenthesis to close it. Come on, parenthesis. Minecraft.theplayer. Sorry, I think I could just do mc.theplayer here. mc.theplayer. And for the, where it says BB, that's the bounding box. We're going to do Minecraft.theplayer. My bad. I'm copying from my other client, so some of the code's a little different. We're going to get the entity bounding box. And we're going to do .offset X. We're going to do 0.0D. Y is going to be negative 0.5D. The Z is going to be 0.0D. And we're going to go out one parenthesis, do .expand. Expand negative 0.001D. Comma 0.0D, comma negative 0.001D. Go out two parentheses and do dot is empty. So you might get quite a few errors so far, and we're gonna fix these in just a moment. We're gonna go down and do mc.theplayer.jump. This is one of my favorite modules. Right here, what is the error we're getting? Oh, okay, so I think I just gotta import the entity. Yep, and that fixes the errors. So let's add it in. This is gonna be at the bottom. New mod, new parkour. And let me load up Minecraft real quick and show you what it does. So actually real quick, let's activate flight and no fall. I'll show you. Now when we fall, you don't take damage. I'm going to go into game mode 1 to show you this, just so I could build some blocks real quick. So let's just grab some blocks. Let's do that. So now if we activate the parkour mod, I am only holding W and sprint. You see how when you reach the edge of a block, it will automatically jump. So right when you hit the dead end, it will automatically jump for you. And I love this mod because it just makes like parkour super easy. So let's say we're running, it just auto jumps for you. It's cheating, but then again, if you're complaining about cheating, why the hell are you making a hack client? Alright, there's only 4 more modules, so bear with me. Discord, I forgot, I'm helping this guy make a client. We're at 22 minutes. Alright, so now we're just going to do a sneak module, because let's say you're near the a lava pit collecting all those sweet precious diamonds, and what are you going to do if the freaking like you're holding shift and you act like your finger gets really sore and you accidentally unshift? You're gonna fall into the lava, lose all those freaking diamonds, man. So we're gonna make a mod that just sneaks for you without pressing a button. Well, you do gotta activate the mod, that's the only button you gotta press. So we're gonna make an override public void on update if this dot is toggled. So if this is toggled, we're gonna do mc.gamesettings.keybind maybe I can't type keybind sneak.pressed equals true. And that's literally it. Actually, my bad. We gotta put in the disable method. So on disable, my mouth is really dry. I've been talking too much. Game settings.keybind sneak pressed equals false, and then super on disable, and there's sneak like a little snake is done. So let's import it, not import it, initiate the mod. Alright, next we're going to do speed. This is a fun one. And actually, when we put in the new mod menu, I'm going to be changing some of these modules we're making. So when you open up the menu, you can adjust, for instance, like this mod, you can adjust how fast you are actually going. Because you don't want to just enable it and go running 1,000 miles an hour across the map. Or maybe you do want to. And so next video, I will show you guys how to do that. But for now, we're just going to make the mod. So, you know, set up the constructors, then public void on update. If this dot is toggled, we're going to do if mc.theplayer.on ground. So it will only initiate speed if you are on the ground, because you don't want to jump and go frickin' halfway across the map now. So we're going to do mc.theplayer.motion x, and we're going to multiply this by a factor of 2. So it's going to go twice as fast. You can put this to whatever number you want. Just remember, you're multiplying. You're not adding on to the speed. We're also going to change that for motion Z. So it won't just do it when you're moving forward or backward. It will also do it if you just move side to side. This mod, I love it. It makes things super simple. So let's add speed now. New mod, new speed. And close it off. Alright, only 2 more to go, guys. Crap, I might have to wait to do the spider mod because I forgot. In order to do this module, we have to make this class called Invoker. And this Invoker will allow us to do a lot more modules. Like, for instance, this is what I have on my other client. All of these modules. I do plan on bringing them all over into this one, and I'm going to add more. So, screw it. I'll just keep this as a copy and paste file then, because this is going to take way too long for us to type out. So we're going to make a new util called Invoker. You can name this whatever the hell you want. I just like the name Invoker. And I'm going to just go over to my client and copy and paste it all in. I will leave a page that you guys can go to on Google, and you could just copy and paste all this code, because it's over 500 pages of code. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't make this, I got it from someone else's videos, but still, it's freaking crazy. It allows, not from someone else's video, from their online thing, and it's just crazy because of all the stuff you can do with this class. So we actually need to import a ton of stuff. That should get rid of 90% of the errors. Let's just go through and fix the last couple bits then. So here, we gotta change the visibility to public. Click mouse, I think it's the same thing, just change it to public. Alright. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Bounding box, we gotta change it to public. So this class can actually pull all this current server data. Yep, the last few things are just changing to public, I think. Enchantment list, change to public. Right. Oh, this is actually going to be a fun one. So when I do speed building, we can do that, and it's going to be really fun. Trust me, guys. Let's change that to public. Game profile, change to public. And this should... Nope. Alright, let's see. Remove the final modifier. This shouldn't mess up your Minecraft. But you should always just make a copy of your client so it doesn't mess up. So now we have the util called Invoker. You can literally name it Banana. Anything you want. Alright, so now we can actually make our spider class. This is a fun one. You get to climb up walls like a sneaky little spider. Alright, so now we're going to make it. Oh, I've done a lot of talking. It's more talking than I normally do. So bear with me. I think I accidentally just deleted something. Oops. There we go. Now let's set all this stuff. So the name will be spider. 0 for the keybind, and we're going to put it in category dot movement. So now we're going to override public void on update. And we're going to do if this dot is toggled, then if our invoker dot is collided horizontally, then we're going to do invoker dot set motion y to 0.2. Now we're going to go down. We're going to float a variable called 6, and that's going to equal 0.15f. This is a bit of a longer one. It's not very long, it's just repetitive. So if invoker dot get motion x is less than double of minus, if it's less than double minus variable 6. And so then we're going to go down and do invoker dot set motion x to be double minus variable 6. This is so much code. I am sweating like a piggy right now. Alright, so now the last few things are basically the exact same. So here, let's just copy this right here. Go down, paste, but instead of being less than, it's going to be greater than. And I think that's the only difference between these two codes. Yep, alright. Now we're going to go down, copy again, or paste again. And instead of x, this is going to be z. Still the same numbers, same variables. And we're going to go down again and change this to greater than of Z. Oh. And now we're going to go down and do invoker dot set the fall distance to 0. And now if invoker dot get motion Y is less than 0.15D, then it's going to invoker dot set the motion of Y to negative 0.15D. And that's it for the spider class. Just change that so it works. And that's spider. So let's add it in. New mod, new spider. Alright. Bear with me. Last mod is going to be step. So while you're running, if you come across a block, like let's say you were auto walking and it's not going to go up a block if you need it to. So what we're going to do is make it so if you're walking, you could just press forward and it'll automatically step for you. I think the new versions of Minecraft, this is just a setting anyways, but 1.8 was a good update and I still play on it. So I like having these couple new features of Minecraft just in the old version. This is a decent long one as well, but we are not using the invoker class for this. So let's just override public void on update. And this is gonna, if this is toggled, then we're gonna do if MC dot the player. You could tell I'm rushing to finish this. So if it is collided horizontally, and if MC dot the player is on ground, then we're going to write the code for what it's gonna do. Future me, cut this out. And if you see this in the video, call me lazy. Alright, so MC dot the player dot send queue dot add to send queue. We're gonna do a new C03 packet player dot. Actually, real quick, let's just import C03. What? Wait a second. Why is it? Oh, that's why I didn't type it right. Now, if we import it and do dot a C04 packet player position, and the parameters for this will be MC dot the player dot position X, MC dot the player dot position Y. But we're gonna add a 0.42 to it. Now we're gonna do, maybe if I could type. I can't type, guys. It's official. 42. Now MC dot the player dot position Z, and MC dot the player dot on ground. Add another parenthesis because we forgot it. And what we're gonna do is just copy this line of code, and we're gonna put it directly below. And we're literally just changing one thing. Instead of 42, this is gonna be 72. Now we're gonna go down, and so if it meets all these parameters, we're gonna do MC dot the player dot step height. It's just gonna equal 1. And now we're gonna go down a couple and do else. So if those parameters aren't met, then we're just gonna do MC dot the player dot step height equals 0.5f, and that's it. I think I added too many of these. No, I didn't. So what's the issue here? Delete that. Go down here and add another one down here. That fixes it. And now let's add it in. So new mod, new step. Whew, that was a lot of code. If you followed along correctly, all these mods should work. If not, just go back into the video. I will try to leave the timestamps in the description. If I don't manage to, you are gonna have to do it manually, but that should fix it all. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed and you want to see more videos like this where I just make it a little longer and just type tons of code, because look, we just did like all of these mods except AutoWalk, but the AutoWalk doesn't really work, so I just put on AutoWalk and Auto Sprint at the same time, and it AutoWalk, Auto Sprint, and Step, and just aim yourself in a direction. Let's say you're playing factions, you want to get super far away, and let it go. Next thing you know, you'll be like 10,000 blocks away. And anyways, if you guys do enjoy, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Both of those things are free, and share the video because I need views. Come on. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.